Jenny, and I'm a student.
I'm Amina, and I'm also a high school student.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm also a high school student.
What's the next question?
I think bullying is a real issue today because I see bullying every day in my school. Sometimes I think that bullying has become so much of an issue that it's more tolerated for students.
Yeah, I feel like something we really need to focus on is cyberbullying because we don't really get it that much in school, but if you go on social networks, I mean, people put up pictures of each other and girls are exposed for doing things, so I feel like we should definitely focus on bullying in social networks.
And I feel like one thing that we have to focus on more is like stopping people from being bystanders, trying to decrease, how many people are standing by and watching these things happen and not taking action. And if more people take action, then probably bullying would at least, decrease the effects that it has on people.
And police department. Bullying is always bad. See, I was very short. And in high school, they used to bully me. Matter of fact, she used to bully me right here. That woman used to bully me all the time. Bullying is, it's just, when people aren't too smart, those are usually the bullies. Because they are jealous of other people. So if they pick on the smaller people, it makes them feel bigger, and it's bad.
I know many of them.
Yeah. So the thing about bullying now is they can bully anybody on the internet now, and that's really bad. When I was in high school, they used to put me in the locker, roll me down the stairs, stuff like that. But now, a lot of people commit suicide that are being bullied, and it's sad. It's really sad because anything can happen really on the internet.
My name is Kelly. I'm disabled. I don't work. And I was a victim of bullying many, many years ago. And I think it's a good idea that they're talking about it more now than they ever were. So, when I was bullied, it got down to the point where I had to literally move and change schools just to get an education and go to college. I'd go home from school every day crying, and my parents would call the school and they'd say kids will be kids. They didn't want to do anything back then. Now they're more proactive in it.
Susie Feinberg. I work for the Cambridge Public Health Department here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I do communications and policy. I think bullying is a significant public health issue, and it's an issue that has gotten a lot more awareness, I'd say, in the last 10 years. And here in Massachusetts, there was a well-publicized case of a death in Holyoke, Massachusetts. And so it's really on the radar screen of all the service agencies and health departments and local government here in Massachusetts. What effects do I think bullying has on a child?
Yes.
Well, I can't speak from any knowledge, but I would imagine it has probably lifelong negative effects from self-esteem to mental health issues, to probably how they form relationships later in life.
I'm Melissa, and I'm a senior at the University of New Hampshire, and I'm a full-time student, so that's my occupation.
And I'm Morgan. I'm also a full-time student. I'm a junior at UNH too, so it's definitely not good.
No.
It definitely has some adverse effects on people.
Definitely.
Yeah. Negative.
Yeah, just like discouraging, and it can really affect someone's whole life, depending on like how severe it is. Like face-to-face bullying is obviously not cool, but nowadays it's like gotten into cyberbullying and like through text messages and online and stuff, so that's not good either.
I'm Mariel, and I'm a student, a high school student.
I'm Imani, and I'm also a high school student.
What do you think about bullying?
Bad. I mean, I think it's a big problem.
Yes, it's a big problem in high school especially.
So, do you guys have any experience with bullying?
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
I think everybody has experienced being like blatantly bullied themselves, and I think just like on a daily basis, all of us tend to be bulliers too, just like talking behind people's backs and just not being honest.
So, what effects do you think bullying has on people?
I think it lowers people's self-esteem. And makes people feel excluded and ostracized. So.
Okay, so my name is Andreea Ursu. I am from Romania. I live in United States for 8 years. My occupation is my main occupation is I'm an MBA student at University of Massachusetts in Boston. I also work full-time in a restaurant as a waitress. I'm not so familiar with the bullying in United States because I graduated high school in Romania, and we didn't have this problem. And in my opinion, this is a problem. Stronger kids should not, make other kids feel weaker or, feel bad that they're shy or they can communicate well with other people. And I really think it's not a good idea, and they should have not a good thing, and they should have rules in high school to protect the shy kids from those strong kids who are like hitting on them. I really think they have big impacts on their personality. They could change their personality in good or bad. They could become like better kids, like stronger, and respond to them with the same token. And this way they become like bad kids, or they could change their personality, become more shy, and be intimidated by other people.
What do I feel about bullying? Of course, it's wrong. I wish more parents whose children bully would take more responsibility for their children, for their actions. I wish the school would get involved more. I think it's an important issue. I think we lose a lot of good kids to suicide because they can go to no one about the issue without getting bullied. So I think it's an important issue, and I think they need to set up some plate and do more about it.
I think that bullying has been a very big issue in the U.S. and it has affected a lot of people. I feel like it should be stopped. It should be like put to an end because it has ruined a lot of people's lives and many people have to
Bullying is terrible. I mean, you have these kids out here, they're trying to live their life. Other guys, bigger than them, they feel that they can overpower them. You can decide to say what they've been, but you shouldn't inflict harm on anybody. Everyone should, be themselves, be free, and make friends and enjoy your life. Because at the end of the day, what happens when you bully someone so much to the point to where they want to die, or just going through a little wall or something, and you want somebody else's life? You have a burden on yourself. So this is my message to bullies. When you bully someone on the real, you're actually bullying yourself on the inside. Think about how they feel. Recorded?
All right. Well, my honest opinion and stance on bullying is the fact that, I really don't think it exists. I believe that if everybody that is being bullied would just stand up for themselves and handle the situation on their own, it wouldn't exist, and there would be no problem with that. But people are just too afraid to speak their mind and speak up about the situation. It sucks, but honestly, that's what everybody needs to do.
Please don't do that. It's not nice. Okay. Doesn't make you stronger or doesn't make you feel you are the boss or better than other people.
Don't do it. It's bad. It's just as bad for the person being bullied as it is for the bullier. It's toxic on both ends.
If you're being bullied, then, it'll get better.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Don't bully.
I think it's probably a message both, it's probably an issue that has to be addressed in a lot of multiple ways. I know you can address it through working with parents and, having workshops for parents, probably parents of, young children, such as the group here. And then I think there's also ways to work with children who are perpetrating some of the bullying. But it probably takes a whole village to address the problem.
Don't bully. If you're a victim of bullying, don't be afraid to say something.
Bullying can really affect someone's future. It can affect the way you act.
And bullying can really hurt people and cause them to probably commit suicide and stuff like that. It's horrible. It shouldn't happen.
Bullying should be stopped because it impacts a lot of